I forgot to charge my computer. This is gonna be difficult. Hang on. Sorry, I forgot to charge my computer, so I'm doing it from a different area in the living room. And this couch is the only one with the closest outlets, so I had to make do with what I had to do. So, yeah. This is gonna be quite the issue, but I'll figure it out one way or the other. Now you know what? Fuck this. Hang on. Sorry about this, guys. I again want to apologize for the constant cancellations on here that I've had lately. I mean, I knew that December was going to be a very tough month for me. I didn't think it'd get this bad, but I was supposed to have a lot of singers in the first week of December, and I lost them all. Well, I didn't lose them, I rescheduled them for later dates, but still. And it's like I said, this month is going to be really tough for me as far as getting singers on the show with Christmas and the holidays and everything else. But you know me, I'm still going to try even if I fail. Originally, I was going to do this episode in a different area, but I figure as long as it's quiet and vacant and nobody's around to bother me, I figured, screw it. I'll do it here. I hope y'all having a good one. Miss y'all so much. And I have another episode coming to you later tonight. If you remember Kelly Jean, or whether it's Jean or Jane, I can't remember. She'll be on the show later tonight at 8 o'clock, usual time. I don't know where I'll be broadcasting from, probably here, but in another chair. I just know that during the day, I can't go outside and do it over there because I don't trust the other housemates to leave that specific place or area alone long enough for me to do what I need to do. So, and thankfully nobody really uses this room. So, what the heck, you know? Okay, now before I start today's doubleheader, I have some good news and I have some bad news about this episode. The bad news is that you're not going to be getting much of a concert episode from her. Why, you ask? She's sick, and her singing voice is not up to code, I guess you could say, right now, to do a performance episode. But the good news is she will be doing a performance episode January 9th at 3 p.m. in January. So don't worry, pretty little heads, about that. You still get to see her sing and everything else, just not this in particular time. It's gonna be another one of those Caitlin Mays and stuff, you know. And the reason why I'm doing this at 3 is because she lives in the UK. That's why. You know her from her songs River, Rise, Not on Lockdown, and Let Him Go. Please welcome Miss Kim Vincenti. Save that for Kelly later tonight. It's gonna happen, just give her a minute. I told you, there's no BS this time. Once again, I'll say it one more time. You know her from her songs, including, you're not going to hear them today, but you will on January 9th, but I'm going to say them anyway. You know her from her songs River, Rise, Not on Lockdown, and Let Him Go. Please welcome Kim Vincenti.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing? Oh,
Stressed out. Stressed out like usual, but on a different day.
Why are you stressed?
Well, to make a long story short, I lost my father, and I've been put in an ALF, and I'm kind of in what's the correct term here? A waiting period to figure out what my mom's sister can do to help us out with what's next, and it's taken quite some time. And yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I hope things improve. I think you did send a message with some of the history in it. So yeah, I knew a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I had no idea you were in the UK. I mean, I've heard you sing. I've heard your singing voice. I haven't heard much of your speaking voice until now.
Yes,
So
English. But as you can hear, I've got a very throat at the moment, though. I've just had the flu bug thing that's been going around. So yeah, my throat's very croaky at the moment.
yeah, and don't worry, you guys. You're still gonna get a performance show out of her. It's just not gonna be till January 9th at 3 in January. She'll she'll do it then. But anyway, um,
So what would you what would you want to talk about music?
um, well, first of all, where in the UK are you?
At the moment, I'm in Essex, which is about 40 minutes from London.
Ah,
I
nice.
Yeah, I'm originally from London, so this is just on the coast. It's by the the seaside. So I'm by the seaside at the moment.
Well, yeah, I'm on the west side of Florida in the States.
Is that coastal?
Um, it's in the USA.
Yeah, yeah. Is it by the coast, by the sea?
Um, you could kind of sort of say that we got a lot of beaches down here.
Nice, very nice. Well, that's good for your mindset. Do you ever go?
Um, TBH I used to when I was little, but the sand felt kind of hot on my feet, and it kind of bugged me as a little kid. And I don't know about you guys, but here in Florida we have beaches that are filled with salt water,
Yeah.
and little me hated that. Growing up, pretty much, I've been a pool person ever since.
Mm, okay. What's your weather like there today?
Um, well, here's the thing. um, this is the time period I like to call Florida sucks at winter
Wow. Okay.
time frame because I mean it's cold in other places in other states, but I mean here it's it's kind of sort of like every single M Night Shyamalan movie ever made, plot twist left and right. Um, like it says it's 59, but you go outside and it's humid and sunny and there's a breeze, so you sort of can't really tell for sure.
Well, that sounds much better than here. It's been snowing here. So
Yeah,
it's
and
been,
that's the thing, and we are the one state where it doesn't snow.
oh,
Yeah, well, except for in 1970 in Miami, but ever since then, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
wow. Would you like snow?
If I wanted to move into Michigan, yeah.
If I had a choice, I would live in the sunshine all year round.
Well, Well, have you ever toured in the States before?
No, I've only been to Las Vegas, but not with music, just on, to visit.
Oh, well, if I'm ever going to see you sing live, you got to aim for my area of Florida, like as close to my area of Florida as you can possibly um, because right now I'm walking everywhere and my transportation ain't the best. So I mean it's like gotta be as close to where I am as possible.
In
Um,
the future.
I mean, yeah, I mean you can go to Orlando or Kissimmee or Pensacola Beach if you wanted to, but that's kind of far for me. So
I have a lot of
yeah, that does really contribute to my cause.
yeah, sure. Well, I'm sure if I go to the States, I will try and do it everywhere. I have a lot of listeners in the US, a lot. I just all over New York and New Orleans and all those kind of places. Quite cool.
Yeah, that's that's pretty special then.
Sorry?
Yeah, that seems pretty special then.
Yeah, well, I have more listeners in the United States than so I've got, listeners all over the world. But most people that listen to my music, strangely enough, I don't know, maybe it's the style of music that I sing. It's kind of jazzy, bluesy, kind of, so maybe that's why.
From what I've heard, you're kind of all over the map music-wise. I mean, you're sometimes you're rock, sometimes you're metal, sometimes you're bluesy, sometimes you're jazzy, sometimes you're
Yeah.
country. At least from what I
Yeah,
heard.
a little bit. Yeah, so I don't suppose there's any definitive, but maybe those three: jazz, blues, rock, blues, jazz, blues, and country blues, maybe. And all the stuff
Interesting.
coming, is in a similar style as well. So I've got some more stuff in the studio that's finished, and I've got more to do in February. Yeah, it's busy time.
Is that when you're releasing your first album?
Uh, no album plans at the moment. We're doing a singles release every 6 weeks, and that's what my label's doing at the moment. My next one's my last one came out last week on the 9th, and it went to #1 in the blues charts, which was really cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then on the 20th of January another one, and then March another one. So it's every 6 weeks at the moment. I'm doing a single release. Yeah.
Yeah, because you got 4 good ones already.
Thank you. I'm glad you like them. Yeah.
Yes,
So
they're very good.
I have like maybe 20 songs that I've written in the last couple of months that, we'll be working on. So I've got a lot to come.
Wait, you've done 20. Hang on. Sorry, I'm in a not necessarily the comfy spot of spots. Um, you have 20. So are those like in the future coming as we go further along?
Yeah, I had a spate, like, I went through a period of about 6 weeks, just couldn't stop writing songs, they just kept coming. And so, I play guitar, but I'm always still learning guitar. I've got like a long way. But every time I learn like a new chord or I start to play a new chord or melody, I hear like these words in my head. So I just start writing. And I went through a period of about 6 to 8 weeks just writing and writing, writing new songs. So I've got like a whole, um, batch of songs to tweak in the studio, get out there. So that's a year's worth at least. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, I heard you've been doing a lot of writing when the pandemic and the quarantine was going on
Well,
too.
yeah, in the pandemic, absolutely. There was, learning guitar and writing. But I just love it. I could sit with my guitar for hours and just, it just really kind of soothes me and suits me, and I just feel quite at home doing it. I love it. So yeah, music is like, if you can find the right thing. I think when I was younger, I would have liked to have played guitar, but I always thought, oh, it's going to hurt my fingers, so I didn't, I just didn't do it. And it was only because of pandemic and because of all the time that we had that I picked up a guitar and persevered with playing it. And after you form the calluses on your fingers, which takes, I don't know, 7 to 10 days, once you've done that, then it doesn't hurt anymore. So, then it was okay. Then it was like, oh, I really like this. Yeah. Have you ever
It's a,
tried?
how does I'm sorry, it's just you had sorry, I'm
You okay?
autistic, so I'm really trying to process. So you were having trouble playing it because it was hurting you?
No, so a guitar with metal strings, when you first start to play, it hurts your fingertips. So it's very easy to think, I'm not going to keep doing this because it hurts. But it takes, your fingertips form like a callus, like a hard skin eventually, because you're pressing these steel strings. So you have to persevere through it, and then it stops hurting. It takes about days for that to happen. Have you ever tried to play guitar?
Well, not me, but I mean I do my cousins in Michigan, which is also in the US. They have a metal band, that scary metal band that that they have two guitarists that play, but my cousins are the singer and the drummer.
Mm.
So I mean, there are guitarists in the band, but they're just a couple of buddies that my cousin knows. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily know. I mean, my uncle can play the drums too, but I guess we've not been. Nobody in my family's been much of a guitar person. I guess you could say.
Okay. Well, the next person you speak to who plays guitar, they will probably be able to tell you the same thing. If it's steel strings, when you first start to play, you have to press your fingers on them and it hurts. So it's very easy to give up when something hurts. But if you just persevere for a week, then yeah, you get.
Yeah, yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point.
Mhm. So I can't actually sing anything for you tonight because obviously I have to rest this throat of mine. It's been really bad. I actually lost my voice for 2 days over the weekend, so that wasn't cool. But I can play you something, one of the new tracks that's coming out probably March. Do you want me to play you a little bit of that?
Oh, oh, so you can.
Well, I can
Okay.
give you a little, because it's not fully properly mixed yet, but I can give you a little sneak preview. And I'm really excited about this track. It's the one coming in January. It's March. It's called Wild Woman. And I get to howl in it like a wolf, which is fun. Would you
Okay.
like to hear a
So looks like you guys are getting a little early performance here. So yeah, let's do that.
Would you like me to do that? Okay. Here we go. I don't know what the connection quality is like. Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Let's see what we got here. Can you hear her?
Mm-hmm.
See the wild woman, certain of her spring. She's ruthless among us, dressed in past disgrace. Child of the stars, with fire in her heart. She's a force of nature. She's a wild woman. Can you hear it? She's a wild woman. She'll lure you in temptation, singing her siren song. See a wild woman, savage wrapped in grace. She's mistress of the moonlight, the shine in her embrace. Goddess of the forest, the woods at her command. She came here to remind you that you're a wild woman. You're a wild woman. She'll lure you in temptation, singing her siren song that you're a. So that's it's not fully properly mixed yet. That's just a little demo from the studio, but that'll give you an idea of something that's coming.
I'm gonna save the applause button for Kelly.
Sorry?
I'm gonna save the applause button for Kelly. Nothing. It's just that usually after I hear a performance, I play a little applause sound effect. But
sorry.
But I think I'm gonna save it for Kelly later.
Yeah.
But wow, that was
gonna be fun.
Amazing.
Yeah, thank you. It's gonna be fun. I just wanted to do something a little bit different. Like, I'm always whooping or making some kind of noise in general. It's like an expression, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to howl in a song. And I've got like, I don't know if you heard Let Him Go, I kind of whoop a lot in that as well. And it's about kind of building up the energy in a song and using your voice in a different way. And also thinking about the people that are listening, because when you listen to a song, you kind of want to sing along to it. And if it's fun, then I think it can be a really great experience if there's like a group of people. I can imagine a group of girls like just howling at the moon just for a bit of fun.
Yeah, I can see it.
So yeah,
I can see it.
Yeah, I think you've got some comments there. I don't know if you can see them.
No, those are just other people joining.
Oh,
what's up, y'all? I'm here with UK artist Kim Vincenti. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this at 3 instead of 8, because time zones are a thing, unfortunately. So
yeah, it would be 1 o'clock in the morning for me. You're 8 o'clock, so quite late.
yeah, you're not the first singer I've had on here. I've had a couple other ones, and I've had to do some working around, and other steps so it can be done.
Yeah.
I've had
Well,
a couple of Canadians, a couple of Australians. So if a brother's got to do what a brother's got to do, I mean,
you got an
I might as well do it.
international show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
So who are like your musical influences?
Um, well, because I'm like a woman of many years, so I grew up with, listening to a lot of the old stars. Like I used to watch films with Peggy Lee and Dinah Washington, and obviously we grew up with Aretha Franklin. So all those kind of artists. I've got a real, I loved Eva Cassidy. I think her voice was just amazing, and I really liked her guitar playing was, superb. She was really good. But having been like, more mature or older, I've gone through many, many musical stages. I mean, when I was a teenager, you're talking about, I mean, it was George Michael back in the day. It was the 80s. I went through a big 80s phase. And then younger than that, I used to listen to people like Donny Osmond, David Cassidy, David Bowie, all of the greats, all of those legends. Kind of, I've grown with them because I'm kind of older, and I started in music much later in life than most people. So I've been lucky enough to have a lot of influences. But I'd say song-wise, definitely Eva Cassidy, the Carpenters, and the big power, the woman empowerment songs of the past, like Aretha Franklin and people like that, Annie Lennox, those kind of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might
I
not know
can
those people.
relate to that. What?
Maybe you don't know some of those people. I don't know.
Well, I listen to more of heavy metal, screaming metal.
Yeah,
So
you
so
told
thank
me.
you for bands like Asking Alexandria and Bring Me the Horizon and Architects, uh, Bullet for My Valentine, um, just to name a few. Um, yeah, that's kind of sort of my musical ballpark right now. Um,
Yes, not something I've ever really listened to, metal, thrash metal, heavy metal. It's not really been on my, radar really.
yeah, but at the same time, thank you for giving us those those bands because they're amazing.
Of course, absolutely. I mean, all music. It's all artistic, representation, and I think that's very valuable in the world. So, yeah, all of it.
Yeah,
Mm.
totally. Yeah,
Okay.
I listen to metal more than I listen to anything else, but don't get me wrong, I can I can appreciate something different every now and again.
Yeah. I mean, the world would be pretty boring if we all liked the same thing, wouldn't
Yeah, totally, totally.
it? Excuse me. Mm.
Um,
So, how long do you run your show for?
usually an hour and maybe 10 minutes, but
But you've got
oh, oh don't worry, Kelly's not coming on till like 1 a.m. your time, so
oh
no worries there.
yeah.
Uh, I understand you were also bullied and going through a lot of trauma back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah, when I was a child, yeah, yeah, and at school and stuff, I was